He was born to serve the Red Empire, a decorated Soviet general who commanded the skies, Dzhokhar Dudayev, a loyal officer of Moscow, master of bombers and discipline. Yet destiny would twist his oath. The soldier who defended the empire would one day defy it. History remembers men who obey orders, but never forgets those who break them. As the Soviet Union crumbled, Dudayev faced a choice: loyalty to a dying empire or freedom for a forgotten homeland. When Chechnya declared independence, few believed the tiny republic could survive. Against tanks, jets, and generals, they stood with faith and fire. Dudayev's life began in exile. Stalin's orders had deported his entire people. The boy who grew up in Siberia learned early that survival was resistance. In the Soviet Air Force, Dudayev rose quickly, disciplined, brave, and brilliant. He led missions in Afghanistan, earned medals, and became Major General, the first Chechen to do so. Then the empire began to collapse. Flags changed, maps dissolved. For Dudayev, the fall of Moscow was the rebirth of Grozny. In 1991, he returned home. The people elected him President of the Chechen Republic of Ichkeria, the first independent leader of their history. His first act shook the Kremlin, a declaration of total independence from Russia. Freedom had a new name, and Moscow had a new enemy. Russia answered with force. Columns of tanks rolled south. Confident victory would be swift, but arrogance blinds even empires. Dudayev fought like the general he was. Small mobile units ambushed convoys, turning Grozny streets into steel traps. The lion of Ichkeria roared, and the empire bled. The war devoured everything. Buildings fell, families vanished, yet the Chechen spirit refused to die. Grozny became both a graveyard and a symbol of endurance. Even in chaos, Dudayev remained calm. His words steadied a nation. You can destroy cities, he said, but never the will of a people. Years passed in smoke and sorrow. Both sides lost thousands, yet as long as Dudayev lived, the flame of resistance burned on. On April 21st, 1996, while speaking on a satellite phone, Russian forces traced his signal. Moments later, the sky delivered his end. The pilot of bombers was taken by one. The lion fell, but his roar echoed on. Within months, Russian troops withdrew. A small nation had forced a giant to step back, at least for a moment. To Moscow, he was a traitor. To Chechnya, a savior. Between these two truths lies the story of a man who became a myth. Today, his name drifts through the Caucasus winds. Statues, songs, and stories keep his memory alive. Legends never truly die. They just change shape. So who was Dzhokhar Dudayev to you? A rebel who fractured an empire, or a hero who fought for his people's freedom? History may judge him, but only memory keeps him alive. To uncover the full story of the Chechen Wars, watch our playlist and subscribe to History Capsule, where forgotten stories rise again.